Hi, welcome to this new tutorial about Orange Pi. My name is Bassam Jarad, and in this new tutorial I'm going to show you how you can use the GPIO input-output on the Orange Pi PC. Okay, so for those of you who do not know what the GPIO stands for, GPIO is General Purpose Input-Output. They are actually pins like these pins on the Orange Pi PC, and you can use them to send signal to an electric device or get a signal from an electric device. So my project for today for you guys is how you can make like a LED animation like this one, like these this is a grid of LEDs, all right, that I lined up and I want in this project to control them so that they light in a serial manner. They're going to start from the blue LEDs and move to the red, to the white, until they reach the green, and then they'll return to the blue light again. Okay, so it is kind of animation. Okay, so let me explain the setup here on this breadboard. First, the breadboard, if you do not know how it works, the breadboard is simple. It's like it has a lot of holes aligned in columns like this, and if you connect something to one of these holes and connect another wire to another hole, and in the same column, you're going to actually make a connection between them. So these LEDs are connected on the same columns, so basically they are connected as in parallel. Okay, and if you're familiar, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the LEDs. The LEDs, of course, they light when they get electricity, but they have this long leg. It's the positive, and the short one is the negative. So you have to make sure that they are aligned correctly. So in my setup, I'm connecting all the LEDs here in parallel again. All right, each color is parallel to the other LEDs from the same color. All right, and the positive, of course, on the positive. Okay, the positive is actually control. So each one of these colors has its own positive wire that I have to connect to the Orange Pi PC, while the negatives from all these, like you can see, these 5 wires are connected actually here, and this row in the Orange Pi on the breadboard works in a different way. This is like vertical columns connected to each other, and this is like horizontal. So all these 5 wires are connected to this black one, which is going to be our ground. So basically we're going to connect ground here to these LEDs, and then we're going to deliver signal into these wires from the Orange Pi PC. This way we'll have our animation that we need to create. Okay, so the next point is that I want to show you the diagram for this Orange Pi pins. Okay, so I've had it here. Okay, it's straightforward and simple. Okay, please notice this here. There's a small triangle. If you hold the Orange Pi PC like this, you will notice a white triangle, small white triangle here, denoting the start of counting for the pins here. So the counting works like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, until we reach to the end, the 40th bin. Okay. So as you can see on this diagram again, this is the same thing again. 2 is here, 3 is on the second one from the bottom, okay, etc. Okay, So what we need to use for this project is actually IO0, IO1, IO2, IO3, and IO4. These are 5 output pins that we want to control. Okay, so I'm going to basically connect, let's say, the blue one here, the blue wire, which here is gray, is the gray one. I want to connect it to the IO0 connection here. So basically it's pin 11. So I'm going to count from here. I'm going to count from here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and connect and make the connection there. The rest works the same way. I'm going to connect all these now, and then we'll start programming. I get back to you soon. Welcome back. So I have connected the wires to the Orange Pi PC just like I described. Please notice these 5 wires here. Okay, these are the positives going out from the Orange Pi to the LEDs, and please do not forget the ground wire. It's on number 6, on the pin number 6 on the Orange Pi PC. So from here counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the third one from the row here. Okay, so now I'm going to connect this into power and network. Okay, and we'll start the programming. Alright, so the Orange Pi PC is connected to LEDs just like we described, and it's running. So I'm going to now show you how we will connect to the Orange Pi PC and write the code. Okay. Okay, so first let's SSH into the Orange Pi PC. Again, Orange Pi SSH space Bassam at Orange Pi PC. I have done this many times in my previous videos, so if you're not familiar with this, I suggest you watch these videos. The password is Bassam123 again. Alright, so now we're logged into the Orange Pi PC. cd change directory /var/www/html. Now we're on the directory that we use to put our code in. Okay, so and we have already installed Node.js from the previous video, so you should watch that if you don't have Node.js ready yet. Okay, so now we're ready to program. So now Nano, the editor, sorry, I forgot the most important thing. Okay, so in order to control the GPIOs, we need to use a library called Orange Pi GPIO, Orange-Pi-GPIO. This is a Node.js package that allows you to control the GPIO pins on the Node.js through a simple library. Okay, so we need to install this. To install this, it's pretty easy. We need to first download and install a library called wiring OP. And I normally do this like here in the temp directory, cd var/temp, paste. It's just a matter of copy and paste. You don't need to have knowledge in any programming or Linux details. Change directory. The more you know, of course, the better. Alright, so now we're building the library. It's asking for the sudo password. Alright, so now the wiring OP library is building. it normally gives a few warnings, and then it works just fine. So the warnings should not worry you. These warnings, the ones that I'm talking about. Okay, the next step is to install the Orange PI GPIO library. We do this in the cdvar/www/html directory. Okay, paste, install. All right, cool. So it's working now. Nano.leds.js. Now we're going to code. In order to use this library, again, here's a simple example. What we need is to write, not to read from the GPIOs. So we're going to use this simple example, and I'm going to modify it. Okay, so all right, this is how to include the library for Node.js. Now let GPIO, not GPIO5, and I'm going to create a simple array. All right, and remember, this is like a copy, paste, 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 paste again. Now we have control of 5 pins. Now the number here is actually the logical pin number that we used from the diagram. Remember, we used IO 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the numbers that we should use here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now here, let I equal 0, let P equal 0. I is the current pin that we're controlling. P is the previous one. We need to have that, and increment 1. So I'm going to start using a function called set interval. This calls function periodically, multiple times. Each period of time I'm going to use 100 milliseconds. So this function will execute the code that we're writing here every 100 milliseconds. So here I'm going to use this code. All right, GPIO of P previous set to 0. So turn off the previous pin. Now for I, the current one, turn it on. Then P equals I. Now preserve the current location that we're setting or lighting up. All right, and then I plus or equals I plus inc. So it changed to the next animation LED. Now, if I is greater than or equal to GPIO.length minus 1, put the I to the previous state, okay, and inverse the increment variable, so it starts decreasing now instead of increasing. Else, if I is less than 0, then invert it back again. So we're going to start from the beginning. So I equals 0 and inc equals 1. All right, I believe we're ready. Just need some tidying up for the code, and that's it. Let's try. Okay, so save, Ctrl O and Ctrl X to exit. Okay, now Node. I'm going to minimize this just to make it easier for you. Node, let's Wow, it's working great. So let me show you. Hold on. Do you see it? Alright, so it's moving from the blue and towards the green and reverse back, and then starts all over again. Alright, so here's our project working just fine. Cool, huh? Alright, as you can see, we have created a nice animation of LEDs, and it was really fun. In the next project, I'm going to show you how we can control a relay, like, what is it? Oh, sorry. Oh, it's here. Okay, sorry. Alright, like this relay, I'm going to control it through the Orange PI PC, and this allows us to control large electric devices like lights, the electricity lights, or for example a fan or a motor, whatever. Okay, so stay tuned, and please, if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe so you can receive my next videos and projects. Okay, have fun and take care, guys. See you next time.